Megan, I love those planter boxes that you see all over Europe where the flowers hang down off the balcony or out of the window. And we haven't attempted to do one here, so she's going to take it on, start by showing you her soil mix on the ground level in the planter boxes. Then we're going to go up to the balcony and she's going to walk you through it step by step. So hopefully you like it, and if you do, hit the like button and pass it on. Thanks.
Okay, so this is Coconut Bliss. It's the coconut fibers from the coconut. And basically it's great for container gardening because it's organic and non-acidic. It works a lot like peat moss where it's a water retention, and it helps keep water in containers because containers dry out a lot faster than the ground does. And it's a great organic, natural way to garden. So watch it grow. So this is a garden box for container gardening for our vegetables. And I try to keep everything extremely organic. And so the top layer is the cocoa fiber that was wet. And under here, I harvested dead leaves from the yard. Praying a snake was underneath them. And so they'll break down and give us good compost. And then you add this. So it just helps because the cocoa fiber soaks up so much water. It just helps keep with the drainage because you don't want root rot if it's just filled with drainage. So half the container should be your dead leaves, then your cocoa fiber, and then some sort of soil enhancer, and then a thin layer of potting soil.
This is your lasagna, right?
Yeah.
So would this be mozzarella?
This would be the noodles. I don't know what this would be. We're making a 5-layer dip. Let's make it a
5-layer dip.
7-layer dip.
7-layer.
So you do just a very thin layer of potting soil. Okay, so your next step is adding compost and fertilizer. So this is the second half of the box, as you see. And if it's on the ground, you don't use like a liner, and you put in earthworm castings, which if it's on the ground, earthworms will come to it and breed, which you want. But this is raised, so this will just be pure compost that I'll have to continue to add because earthworms can't get up here. So I sprinkle that. So after you do your earthworm poop, which I have to add, smells a lot better than chicken poop. It looks like coffee grinds. I got this free at Starbucks. It's a bag of coffee grinds, and they just give them to you free.
Thank you, Starbucks.
Thank you. Find me. So you sprinkle this in. It smells good. A good cup of Joe. I pick out the filters. So this is organic veggie, all-purpose veggie fertilizer.
Garden Tone.
Oops. Whew. The dust. Now this is stinky. So your next layer is Mycos, and it is a organic beneficial fungi that benefits the soil. And I just take about 2 tablespoons, and it helps, as you see in the packaging. I use it in every plant I plant because it helps the root grow.
Accelerates root growth, right?
Yes, accelerates root growth. Okay, so this is azomite, and it is food quality safe, and it is a natural soil additive and fertilizer. And be careful because this puts out a lot of rock dust, and it is from ancient volcano eruptions and mined in Utah. next layer is a little bit more soil. Spread that out. So basically the second half of the box, you just repeat these layers. You do organic fertilizer and compost, a layer of garden soil, that's a nasty sound. So basically next I'm going to do the organic fertilizers and compost on top of this, and then I'm going to fill the rest of the bed up with gardening soil, and then we're ready to plant. So I got this at Lowe's, and it's 2 cubic feet of soil, and that filled this bed perfectly with all our different layers. I don't know about you, but I always over or under buy. I never buy the perfect amount of soil. So this is 2 cubic feet, 1 big bag, and it fills a planter about 2 feet wide, 3.5 feet long, and about 1.5 feet, maybe a foot deep. So I have already put the soil, fertilizer, and compost, and also the coconut coir, which you saw earlier, me preparing, in here up to the bottom hole levels. And what's cool about this is you can have trailers and thrillers up here, so your trailers don't take any room from the top. So this is a new technique I learned called submerging the root ball. And you submerge your root ball in its container, it came in from the store, in water, and when you first submerge it, it will start bubbling, and you hold it underwater until it stops bubbling, and then it is easier. You plant it moist, so then you don't have to water it as much initially, and you're able to compress the roots so you can get it through the hole, which I will show you right now. So I'm going to start planting the spill. Every container should have spill, fill, and thrill. So this is the spill, and this is sweet potato vine.
Meaning that it spills over. Right?
Yes, it's a trailer.
Grow down.
And so I submerge the root ball, and it's really wet. And what I do is that you take and you squeeze out the water, and you make it compact. And then I take off some of the root so I can get it through the hole. Some of them are smaller root balls than others. And so you don't break off the plant, you push it in from the outside. So I planted the thrill and the fill and the spill, and I angled some of them outwards, some of them straight up. And basically with flower planting, flowers are beautiful. Like, everything that you plant, like, it doesn't have to match perfectly, each side doesn't have to match perfectly. They'll be beautiful in their own way and unique. So we'll see, maybe we'll have a side competition, which one's better. I always have one planter on each side of the door that's better. Right now it's the left one. Last year was the right one. Anyway, so I watered, and I'm gonna fill this up again, water, and we'll keep you updated. Happy gardening!